Stop asking God for Boaz or Ruth while entertaining the Delilahs in your life. See, you can't pray for covenant while sleeping next to compromise. Ooh, let me say that again. You can't pray for covenant while sleeping next to compromise. See, we attract what we tolerate. The Delilahs feel exciting because they feed your ego, but Boaz feels different because he feeds your destiny. Choose purpose over pleasure. Ask yourself, which relationship is comfort disguised as calling? Pre-order Student of Love at studentoflove.com. Love. Learn it. Live it. Give it.
My people, gather, please. Put your ear. Because Ashley came in hot, guns blazing. And honestly, guys, I love it.
I'm fascinated by how much people love him.
Yeah.
I mean, they spend so much time creating stories that aren't real to the people who are making money by making content about him. I'm happy that your Christmas was a little bit better.
Right.
Talk your shit, Ashley. Talk it. Because I sure will talk mine today. No stone unturned. Especially since this might be the last video I do on y'all. Woo! I'm going in. Now before you keyboard Karens, get ready to tell me how spiteful I am. Wait! Because Laterras doesn't think this at all. He loves it, actually. I've been telling you this.
Actually, I get pretty much inspired. I say, you really care about me, huh? Because you literally are spending hours researching, screenshotting, video recording, making videos. And I know how long it takes to create content. Yeah. And I'll say, gosh, y'all spent the whole hour like creating all of this. And I was like, wow, you really are my biggest fan.
You see, y'all getting riled up for nothing. Absolutely nothing. So without further ado, Ashley, Laterras, the rest of the congregation, take a seat, get a drink, get a snack, put your AirPods in, get comfortable, because this is going to be a long one. Let's get into it.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often.
Now, guys, before we get into anything, I need to rectify something. Because let me tell you this, we have been living a lie. You know your girl. You know your girl. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. When I'm right, I'm right. I'm usually right, but that's neither here nor there. But listen, when I tell you I love my subscribers, I'm not lying. I love my community. So they caught on to this. And they have been messaging me and saying, Debs, listen, like, everything's fine and dandy. We're saying everything, Laterras, his shenanigans, he's all wrong. But that part about the note slipping into his hands and Ashley slipping it and saying, call me and whatever, he was not talking about her. It was actually someone else in the hallway at the same time that Ashley approached him that slipped that note in his hand. And I was like, what? Oh, God. So I went back to the article, Essence Magazine article. I was like, no, let me see. Because this makes a little bit of difference. So I went to the article, child. Now let's read this together, rectifying this part. It happened at the California Worship Center. He means the whole meeting. In November 2023, while Whitfield was present to film an episode of the podcast with the Campbells. While a woman attempted to slide her business card to him, which read, call me, the woman who would become his fiancée approached. While the woman slipped his hand, the woman who was about to become his fiancée approached him. So the way they put it there, I misread it. I misread it as the woman approached him, the fiancé, the one that slipped the note. But that was not the case. So whoever slipped that note in Laterras' hand, call me. No, listen, let me be serious. But even though this might not change anything about Laterras and the shenanigans, that remains the same. It does, however, change something for Ashley. And your girl is always fair on this channel, you know me. So Ashley, you did not slip him the note. So your thirstiness, your pick-me-shaness that people have been talking about. I never called you, well, did I call her pick-me? I think once or twice. But your level of thirst went from 80 to 25. For me, personally, leave it in the comments if you think the same way. It does make a difference. I do apologize for misreading that part, especially to Ashley. Ashley, I apologize. Now let's move on. So Ashley officially settled into the podcast life. And baby, she came in refreshed, fired up, and wide awake. So the rest of this video is for you, Ash, because the shots you fired across this world tour, they deserve special attention. And by the end of this video, we are going to decide if we feel comfortable enough to leave you in Laterras' care. So, all right, guys, let's start. So let's look at how Ashley actually introduced herself at Jamal, Bryant, and Dr. Carrie Turner, their show. I think it's called Let's Be Clear. Shout out to them. Because this was quite different from how she introduced herself at that whole first episode of Dear Future Wifey together with that therapist, Love McPherson. This was quite different, y'all. Watch.
Who am I? I am Ashley, previously Ashley Woods, though I went by Ashley Raymond on social media because of my business and my company. But I grew up in the San Gabriel Valley in Pasadena, California. I grew up and church was a huge part of my life. And your dad was my bishop. And so church was the foundation of what I did. I used to be in the choir. I used to be on the usher board. Anything that had to do with church, I was there. Loved education and I loved family. I was a nerd. Then I became a teacher. I got into Teach for America and moved to Bed-Stuy, and I taught all little black boys for 2 years. But I missed LA. I'm a West Coast girl. It was cold in New York. I said, I got to get back to the West Coast. I grew up in the mecca of entertainment, and I wanted to figure out how to do that. That manifested in starting a company called Doorhawks. We found a niche market, and we were able to understand that a lot of our DSP partners, our label partners, our artists that we work with didn't have a mechanism to collect guest names and to push out RSVPs, and we weren't in it for clout, so they trusted us at some of the biggest events in Hollywood to manage the door. You became the trusted partner for that.
You are a phenomenal woman.
She is. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Her girls got in her ear. You heard her. PR training activated. She learned how to read us for filth. You are going to hear it. Nice, Ashley. Very nice, girl. I'm rooting for you. Now, I will admit, being in love and everybody and their mama being in your business, in your relationship, while you're basking in the glory of being in love, I assume that's not easy. And I get it. So when you said the following, I understood.
For me, we were going through therapy, we were figuring out our lives, we were doing all the things, but the people who, again, I'm a private person, so I'm telling the people who need to know, I'm just not telling the world. And that for me was beautiful because there was no noise. It was us and it was God, and it was really beautiful.
Love it.
And he never hid me. So that's why you know who I was, because there's a difference. There's a difference when a man is hiding you.
Yes.
He always told the people. That's why when you called, I talked to you.
Yeah.
I talked to you.
You sure did.
I did, because I wasn't a secret.
Come on.
We were keeping it private. I was never a secret.
That's good.
Going no noise, just you and Laterras, just enjoying your relationship. Nobody butting in, especially while everybody is coming for Laterras. I must say, that was wise. Now you guys look happy, content, aligned.
So, I just picked up Ashley Starbucks order. This is what Student of Love looks like right here. While she's getting her hair done, there it is. And there's your falafel. Did you give me sriracha? God dang it. Well, I forgot the sriracha with her falafel. I was on the phone talking to my editor and forgot the sriracha. So do you want me to go get it for you? Because I will go. It's just 7 minutes away. You got to look at it to determine. Like it without the sriracha? I guess I got to go get the sriracha because I wouldn't eat it without that. All right, I'll be back. I got the sriracha. Did I do well?
You did amazing, baby. The more I watch you guys, the more I actually feel like you two might be made for each other. However, oh God, here we go. How long have you been married now? What is it? 2 months? Even 2 months. Let me see. November, December. Not even 2 months. Very honeymoon bliss. Very newlyweds. But then I saw this.
My authentic question to you is, you can see him do the work, but fear or doubt can seep in. How did you deal with that?
Yeah, I think it's by his actions, by his consistency.
Give me an example of his actions.
Well, I have his location.
Amen. Amen. I gave her that.
Ashley, 5,000 answers came to my mind. That one wasn't one of them. You location share.
It wasn't because I questioned what he was doing. It was because he will work really late. He'll come, get home late. He'll drive home late when he's in the studio working on editing or things like that. And so there was a day where I just was like, are you okay? I don't know where you are. He fell asleep in the studio. He said,
But because of his background and some of the things you go, is he okay? And then you go, wait a minute.
Now hold on. Sharing locations? Fine. Safety, security, I get it. But why are you calling him? Why are you calling him? Not even 2 months married, looking for him. Y'all just came home after months of touring and you're already tracking? Shout out to Tampon Hall, by the way. Am I the only one that sees this as some kind of small crack? Laterras, don't let me find out you are already snatching her last edges. Don't let me find out you are stressing our girl Ashley already. Calling you all hours of the night, checking you. I heard you when you said.
And I gave it to her first. I gave her my location and I gave her the PIN code to my phone. Said, anytime you want to check anything, check it.
Yes, sure. You gave her your location. You gave this and that because you know you need someone to hold you accountable because you already know. You have the spirit of lust. You lose. You were sleeping in the studio and working. Laterras, let me find out. And for the life of me, you know what I don't get? I don't get why you guys have to tell us these things. Now, you guys might be saying, okay, but Deb, let them finish. When they come back for the commercial break, they didn't come back with nothing. I didn't see it. Now, the clips that I could find, they came back, didn't touch upon it anymore. Now, Tamra did make some kind of remark at the end, like, I like you tracking him. Tamra, I've seen it. But guys, you already know your girl. If I would have found something after that, I would have put it in. So this is my scenario. I actually think that since she was looking for you that night, where is he, where this? After that, she said, listen, location, password, please, and code to anything else social media. Thank you. That's what I think. Now, guys, I don't know. Leave in the comments, fam. Is it me? It's a little bit too early. We're not even 2 months in. Looking for. Guys, okay. You know my ear. I hear these things. I don't like this, Laterras. Not even 2 months. That's why I think God didn't tell you anything. The Holy Ghost did not tell you anything. This is your man, this is that. I can't believe. I get it a little bit, that you think that you are protected by this brand. Students of love, dear future wifey. He is, in his eyes, he is Dr. Love. He is the Messiah when it comes to love. He done it all. Still a student. But, uncover, recover, and discover love. What is that saying of his book? Go buy his book, Student of Love. Now, Ashley, you think you are protected by his brand. But actually, a brand, sis, is not bulletproof. We have seen brands collapse before. Should I call names? Derek Jackson, for instance. His whole brand went down the drain because of his lustful spirit. He couldn't help it. Now, when I look at Laterras and I think about the things he said, not us, not my peeps here. He said it. Talking about the freak he wants, the pulling on the side of the road, to have smacks, no foreplay, just good old, just going in. He wants it. Freak. He said it multiple times.
Well, yeah, I'm wanting it at least once a day, if not 3 times a day.
Even told Pastor Jamal, freak is what I want.
I want my next wife to be a freak. I need her to be very bountiful in the sex department. I'm gonna be very intentional on creating intimacy in the bedroom, but in the same sense, I want my wife to be able to pull over in the car, where foreplay isn't always necessary in order to have sexual intercourse. That's what I desire.
So what happens, Ashley, when the babies enter the picture? What happens when you cannot perform that role anymore? What happens then where you cannot pull on the side of the road or just have smacks any old type of way or whatever? You are stressed, you just had the baby, whatever. Because these things will happen. Now, I love it for you, that you want to start the family or whatever, but let the ones that have kids tell you. It doesn't matter how much money you have, how many nannies, how good, how whatever. It makes it easier, but you will still experience some sort of stress. And then what? Now, I don't know about you, but I am not sold on this. But hey, it ain't me he is selling it to. So I guess And then I saw another part of the world tour, and you had some words for the girls, Ashley.
I thought it was hilarious. People were like, how could she let be a secret? And I'm like, oh, but you still a secret.
Oh,
I told you, leave Ashley alone.
Ashley, put your gun up, girl. You do not have to fire no shots like that.
I said, why are they coming for me? In due season, they will know. And now the people know.
Ashley, huh? You are coming for the girls. Now, just because you weren't a secret doesn't mean your man ain't keeping them.
Hello, shot. Yeah, yes.
I'm playing, y'all. Let's calm down. Calm down. But seriously, Ashley, I think you are very smart. But to me, girl, the math ain't mathing yet for you. Now, since this might be my last video, I need you to carefully listen to me, girl. Listen to me like I am listening to you. Now, hear me out. So you friend-zoned each other in 2023. Track with me, my peeps. Track with me. I know you guys are with me. You track it along, but actually you need to. So 2023, you friend-zoned each other because let him tell it, you didn't want to move out of LA and whatever. And I think you told us too. You didn't want to move and you thought all your alignment was in LA. Okay, so boom, we got that down pat. You didn't want to move. Then at one point, he actually started searching for a man for you on Instagram. Did a whole show searching for a proper man for you.
Do you date now?
I do. Had some, yes, I do.
And how do you typically meet people? Are you on dating apps? Are you, the guys slide in your DMs? Are you responsive to guys in your DMs or what?
I do respond when it feels like there's like could be something there to my DMs, but I like being introduced.
So does this count right here if I'm introducing you to my audience and to men that may, come on this live, hear you talk, and they slide in your DMs? Does that count as an introduction?
Yes, and then when it works out, we're going to come on Dear Future Wifey. We're going to tell everybody that Laterras is the matchmaker, and then we're going to start a matchmaking service for you, Laterras. We would love to be the testimony, you know?
The testimony.
Yes.
So that's it. So, fellas, if you want to pull up on this live right now and you want to shoot your shot at Ashley, go ahead and shoot your shot.
Now, guys, where do you know they do that at? Because this tells me he was not interested, sis. Like, it's all fine and well when we friend zone and whatever, and we are friends. But if I liked you, really liked you at one point, do you think I'm going to look for a man for you? Now, I can already hear the people. No, that's not what you would do, Deb, because you are very toxic, and then maybe, and this and that. Hush. Give me an example. If you like someone, there is a whole palette of colors between, okay, this is not our time and, we can't date or whatever. Or, let me find you a man. But maybe it's me. He was searching a man for you and maybe that's okay. Maybe it's me. It could be me. It could be me. But going back to the math ain't math thing. Y'all remain friends for a year and a half. Pure platonic, as Laterras likes to say. But you see, Ashley, here it comes, this little piece of information. Because what you didn't know while you were doing your Pilates and everything in LA, this man was under heavy stress, sis. He was under heavy stress. He went from show to show to show, debunking all the rumors. Because by that time, he had already been hunching everybody on the globe for 3 years. And the people were like, listen, you haven't found someone yet, going on to 4 years almost. You haven't found not one piece of potential wife yet. Praying to God, writing all these letters. By that time, he wrote like 150 letters. Went on shows. Kendra G got him together. Everybody got him together. All the Red Pill podcasters, they got his ass together. Like, what is going on? Pastor Jamal, Bryant got him together. Asking him, like, what is going on with you? Everyone was on his ass. Ashley, and you were prancing around LA, just not knowing, but he was under immense pressure. So the pressure got real heated. By the end of 2024, I even did a video. Go and watch, guys. I made a playlist. Go and watch. So he was under heavy stress. Now, here is where it gets weird for me. So on February, he woke up suddenly jealous. And he called you. This is his words.
February of 2025, the end of February. Just got finished doing the podcast at Tasha Cobb's church. And I went to the hotel. I talked to Ashley that evening, and she was out in Indiana. Indiana, right? She was in Indiana. She was doing an event with Doorhawks. And she was saying she was out there with one of her male cousins and going out to eat, and his homeboy was trying to shoot his shot at her. And she was like, oh, this guy's getting on my nerves. He's trying to shoot a shot at me. I laugh or whatever. He said, he's trying to kiss all on me or whatever. I laugh. I get off the phone. That night, I had a dream that she was with another guy, that she had started dating somebody else, and I got jealous. So I woke up the next morning, about 5 o'clock in the morning, jealous. I was fuming. So I waited till it got to a respectable hour, about 6 in the morning.
Not a respectable hour.
And it was 5 a.m. in Indiana.
So think about me waiting for an hour, like just waiting, just fuming. I call her and I say, are you dating that guy? She said, what guy are you talking about? The guy I was just last night I was on the phone with you. She said, well, good morning. I said, good morning. Are you dating that guy? I don't know. I just need to see if there's more than just friendship between us. I said, can I take you out on a date? Tell me your earliest availability. I'm taking you out to see if there's more than just platonic friendship between us.
You have been talking to this guy up to that day. You are doing Bible things together and whatever, and worshiping and whatever you said. Not one piece of hitting on you. Now the pressure got really to it. And he was wondering, how am I going to do this? He got it. Now he called you, I'm jealous. Doesn't that seem odd to you? I want a date. Guys, it feels kind of abrupt. So then, because the Aries that you are, because I'm glad you got some spunk in you, girl. You got some spunk in you. I've seen it. You are fully participating with this. You are not as gullible as we think. But then you said, okay, March 18th. So, weeks. So you had a date. Then went on a date. 2 weeks later, this man knew, I'm going to propose. April, he told you he had another dream.
When was the moment that you had this shift to say, I'm going to trust you enough to give you my heart? When was that moment?
That was probably mid-April when he was celebrating the 5th year of Dear Future Wifey. He told me he had a dream or a vision, a daydream.
I did both. So it was a dream and a vision.
Okay. He said that at the anniversary celebration at Pastor Gray's church, he dreamed that he proposed to me in front of everyone, and it didn't make him afraid.
Oh, God. Not only did he have a dream, you heard him. This man, the level of cringe I get, Laterras. So not only did you have a dream, but you also had a vision. So you guys have vision, dreams, Holy Ghost thoughts. It's a lot in that house. So he gave you some real hints. I was not afraid, hinting that, listen, girl, I'm going to tie you down. You loved it. And then July, he proposed. Now, Ashley, when I tell you this, doesn't it seem rushed? Now, I know we can't do anything about it now, but doesn't it feel kind of rushed? It's very short, and it seems very out of the blue to me. Now, listen, you have to understand this. I love friendships that turn into a relationship. I love that because that is a really good foundation. So that foundation is down. I love that. I love it. But the all of a suddenness of this is what raises both of my eyebrows. Both of them. He needed help with the kids, the pressure. And then suddenly he woke up jealous. I don't buy it. But again, I don't need to buy it. And then also your bestie. That part is what gets me too. Because then on the 7th of March, let you tell it, your bestie woke up in the middle of the night.
My matron of honor, actually, on March 7th, she called me in the morning and she said, I don't want to tell you something, but God is working with me. He's like telling me you need to, tell her. And I was like, well, sis, you can tell me anything. Like, you're my best friend. Tell me. And she goes, God told me that Laterras is your husband because he has a good heart.
If I tell you guys the highest level of cringe, can you imagine that you are sound asleep on your pillow, just heavy asleep, you came from work or whatever, and the Holy Ghost has the nerve to wake you up for some foolishness like this, to tell you that Laterras is your bestie's husband, I do not believe. The Holy Ghost would never. You can't even pay me to believe it. This raises another eyebrow, the third one. But you are married now, so it doesn't matter. We move. Now, Laterras, while going on your world tour, you said some things that, raised one or two of my eyebrows too.
Puerto Rico, and I was recording the audiobook, and I was like, ooh, this is some stuff that I need to become better at. That I become very defensive when something is brought to my attention. And I'm reading that in the book and me saying, hey, allow that person to be able to speak into your life. And it wasn't even so much even in the book that I even say those exact words, but it was the posture that I had while allowing the director in the studio session correct me on certain things. Mm-hmm. Hey, you said you mispronounced this word. Make sure you say this. I didn't understand what you were saying. Can you repeat that? And I said, I let this man tell me what to say, how to say it, and I don't get mad. I don't get defensive because I know he wants what's best for me out of this recording. I said, do I do that with my fiance, Ashley? I said, no, not all the time. I said, so I need to give her the same level of grace that I give this total stranger to refine me and get the best out of me. I left that session. I went to the hotel. I called her and I said, I didn't call her. She was working at the event. Working at Beasler. And I said, listen, I apologize to you. She's like, what? And I told her the story about what was going on. I said, you are my teammate. You are my partner. You are here to make me better, to make me things that were blind to me in my single life. You are a mirror reflecting those idiosyncrasies. Yeah. And I give you permission to refine me.
Oof. You in the refining business.
See, being transparent about things doesn't make it right. You are already not giving her the grace of the listening ear. I don't like this. Now, you've been telling us that is that part of toxic masculinity that you need to unlearn and this and that. But is it that or is it something else? What do you guys think? Now, while I'm asking you this, and you are ready to give us an explanation as to why you're not giving her that listening ear, explain this to us too. Because this is so cringy to me. I don't know why, but I find this so cringe. Now, every other interview, you are talking about that freezing the eggs thing. Now, first, I thought you were really spilling Ashley's business. And I was about to take up for her because, that's my girl. Contrary to popular belief, that is my girl. So you were steady talking about her freezing her eggs and this and that. And I was like, what are you saying? Does she want you to talk about this? But then I thought, maybe you talked about this, before, and I guess. But I wasn't sold because I was like, this is so tacky, Laterras. Putting her business on Front Street. But then I saw this.
Were you going to say the part about the eggs?
So we were in the car. We were in the car getting ready to go to the airport, and she was talking to her friend, telling her friend she's going to be out of pocket for about 2 days, saying that she's going to get her eggs frozen.
And that, for me, that level of cringe that I had before shot up all the way to 100. You love birds like I cannot. And then now, Ashley, you're actually asking people, did you tell the egg story yet? Oh, God. Oh, God. I can't. I think it's very cringe. Am I the only one? Leave in the comments if you think this is a beautiful testimony and a beautiful story, because then get my ass together, because maybe it's me. Now, I can already hear, and I think you are absolutely right when you say that, because that is what it looks like. It looks like I am absolutely hating and this and that. But trust me, I'm not hating on it. It sincerely cringes me out. It does. I must say, I am not buying what you're selling, guys. No pennies left. And then I saw this.
What does the future family look like? We're trying
to have a kid.
Oh. Okay. I don't know if y'all saw this man's face when he said that. It was so matter of fact.
We're trying to have a kid.
Okay.
That was one of the things that we talked about early on. And we talked about it, and she said that, think about it, our first time being in a car together, I'm hearing her freeze
Talk
eggs.
about freezing eggs.
And so it's just, and we talked about it. She said, hey, do you want to have kids? I said, absolutely. I'm talking about immediately. I was like, absolutely. I'm talking about honeymoon and me. I said, absolutely. So we're just aligned with that. And so that's the goal. So hopefully by this time next year, we will have a child.
Oh, God, Laterras, you are locking this girl in. Now, I get it, Ash. age, biology. But with Laterras, his track record, I don't think 1 year would hurt. Actually, what do you think?
Listen, I would say this. My twin sister Carly, when she got married, they had a honeymoon baby.
They did.
Oh, yes. Bali, baby, they were honey. Bali was magical, okay?
Is Carly here? Can she rub my belly?
Ashley, you sent a tracker on this man, and you don't want to wait 1 year, sis. You're still young. But who am I? Now, guys, let's watch some pieces of the interview that Laterras and Ashley did together with Jamal Bryant and his wife, Dr. Carrie Bryant.
And then I said, okay, I don't want to be a weirdo. I just met this woman. I'm just going to take my time and just get to know her. And then, like, over the next 4 or 5 days or whatnot, we would have conversations, and she would talk about how she couldn't see herself moving outside of L.A. L.A. is home or whatnot. And that's just me just talking to her. And I was like, okay, all right, cool. And we just kind of put each other in the friend zone for the next year and 4 months.
After the scrambled eggs. You done prayed for double eggs. You got a full omelet on. And now you done just put it in the friend zone.
Don't call it no,
that's her. That's Ashley. Ashley was like, she didn't want to move. She's going to stay in L.A. So
you can do that podcast from anywhere. They got yellow couches in L.A.
Good point, Pastor Jamal. Good point. You could have done that podcast from anywhere, but I assume, Laterras, it was all about, you adopted your nephew, you adopted another boy, so maybe it was because of that, but you could have moved there. You weren't interested enough to move. That's the whole thing to me. Because let me tell you, if you were interested, and this woman said, listen, my alignment is in LA and I will not move to LA. If you were that interested, why didn't you move to LA?
Ashley, have you been married before?
I have not.
So this is your first marriage?
This is my only marriage.
I know.
Wow.
And I know
Thank you for watching the podcast.
And I know that's right.
Thank you. See you next week.
I know that's right, Ashley. Now, Ashley, I'm hoping, we are praying over here that this will be your only marriage, child. We hope so, because you are messing with a guy named Laterras. But we are hoping it. But, oh God, Ashley. But, I dig the confidence. I dig the confidence, girl. But the way you are going up for this man, knowing what we all know, it's baffling to me. But talk your issues. You got to stand behind your man, and you're doing this. You are playing the part. I have to say, you are playing the part.
Processing in public has been an amazing feat because most times when people are processing through pain and through mistakes and trauma and heartbreak, we only hear it from the side of a woman.
Yep.
And very rarely do we hear a man. What would you say was the greatest lesson you learned that prepared you for Ashley?
Vulnerability and transparency. As men, especially the way I was taught, that men weren't supposed to open up and share your feelings and your emotion. It made you quote unquote weak. And so I said that I want to become a man that could be not only, we always look for the soft woman or whatnot, but I want to be tender for my wife. Yeah. I want to be soft for her. I want to be a safe place for her. But in order to be that for her, I had to become that. And so a lot of times we desire things that we're not of ourselves. And so I want to become the type of man that could cover her, protect her, and not just protect from a standpoint of physical, to be able to, if you mess with my woman, I want to be a safe place where I can protect her heart, protect her mind, protect her salvation. I want to become that. And so the hardest thing was to literally take all the toxic masculinity that we've been taught, leave it at the door and say, God, I'm gonna allow you to fashion me to become a husband.
Oh, that's great.
One of the greatest compliments I received is from my editor with W Publishing when I did my book deal. And when I turned in the final manuscript, she read the book and she said, the heart of a husband is on these pages.
Wow.
Oh, that's great. Now, I wanted to extend to you high commendation. Bishop Jakes, years ago at Manpower, said that we grow up in brokenness because little girls dream about becoming brides, but no little boy ever dreams about being a groom.
Nope.
And so for you to embrace that this is the end goal is really aspirational. I'm hoping for a whole lot of brothers to see that it's doable and achievable.
Amen.
Ashley, yes, that was a good question. Thank you. Yeah. Tell me how you have adjusted to a blended family life.
Yeah. Well, that was one of the selling points for him, is his daughter and his sons. I didn't know it was possible because if I'm being transparent, at first I said, well, maybe he's had kids before. I've never had kids before. And I said, did he have like these moments without me where it'll be hard for me to come into that, not having experienced it before? And it was quite the opposite. When I met Laterras, our daughter, the first thing that she said was that she prayed for me.
Wow.
And so Israel Houghton and
Adrian Ballion.
Yes. His daughter and Adrian have a really close relationship. And she told me that she prayed that whoever he married would have that relationship with her. Wow. And we had already been building that. We were like, oh, we're planning trips. We're doing all these things together. We're, just building the calendar of what we're going to do as a family. And it felt so perfect. Like it just was another God wink that this was where I was supposed to be. And same thing with his nephew. Like, I'm a nerd, so that works out. He's a senior in high school. So I'm on him. We talk about the SATs. We talk, all the things that I couldn't have even imagined that are perfect for a blended family. And then if God sees fit, we'll, have a little boy.
Absolutely. She wanted a boy. She wanted a boy.
Yes.
Let me tell you why it was so important about my nephew. So a lot of people know I adopted my nephew when he was 7 years old. And he just, he stays to himself and whatnot. And so one day she was leaving to go back home. And she told me, she said, I feel bad. She said, I'm never going to leave the house again without saying goodbye to Ladarian while he's upstairs. And I said, come on. It's 5 in the morning when you find out. She was just like, I just don't ever want to do that. And she took it very hard. And I was like, how you tripping? She said, well, yesterday I didn't see him at all. He was just upstairs. I said, that's how teenagers are. They just going to be upstairs playing the game, whatever. She said, I don't want that in this household. She said, wow. I don't want him in the room all day when I don't get a chance to see his face. So that was a moment that she said. I said, okay, cool. Then a couple of visits later, when she was about to leave, my nephew pulled her aside and said, I love you.
Wow.
And it shook me. I walked into my room, I kneeled down on the side of my bed and I just cried. And I just let them have this private moment where they were in there just talking. And he said, I love you, Miss Ashley. Now that's big for him.
I must say, that is a very beautiful moment. Now, Laterras crying, okay, but I get it. I do get it, because you never know. If, a family blends well or... Guys, we have to be honest. You never know. So I do like this part. I really think that is a beautiful moment. Really fast, the love and whatever, but I get it. I get that.
So now, brother, we have had many conversations.
Many
a conversations. Really, before you didn't even know that Jamal and I were dating, but we had plenty of conversations.
About what?
We're talking about...
No, I'm
Oh my God. Y'all, he is crazy. But that's my man. I'm going to stick beside him. No,
I met Laterras through
yes. Because really,
I'm gonna burn the stage up. Y'all keep playing.
Yes, when we brought Laterras here for our singles event, and we were planning around that, planning for the podcast, all of those kind of things, and we were having conversations about what that looks like for singles, what that is, and I've always known him to be a stand-up, integral, kind, good-hearted guy.
And I really think I thank
Ashley,
God for what we were able
I love
to
you
do.
for my brother.
Yes.
You are amazing.
She is.
No, really.
Yes.
You thought she was all
truly.
meek and mild, huh?
We love her for our brother. But do we love our brother for her? That's the real question.
No, we didn't know.
Yeah.
You had it behind door number 2. We didn't know what it was. So no, I'm grateful. So I know what it is that we had to go through in preparation. How did you pull together that 5-star wedding in that quick time? I mean, because
Oh God, please tell me they are going to get to the money part, because we still haven't figured it out, and this is the last one. Maybe. We still have one more interview that's coming to go, guys. But I don't know. I think that one is going to be lackluster. So if this is going to be the last one, when can we talk about this half thing? They are not touching up on that. I know they had some fights about that one. She didn't like him, telling us that she paid half. Oh, please. Pastor Jamal, go in.
it was amazing.
Thank you. Well, we had a lot of help. So I do want to celebrate our planner, Jen So, from Campfire Events. She was, we couldn't have done any of it without her. She was incredible. But both of us just worked day and night. And that was another thing is that, when you're planning a wedding in 4 months, there's a lot of preparation. That's why our invitations were a little bit late. And that's why we called people. But we called people and they were so understanding. Yeah. People like you guys who are very busy, and you were able to somehow fit us on your busy schedule. So
We want to turn ourselves in about something.
No, dear.
Okay.
Kara said no.
No. Keep going, Ashley.
All right, fine. Now that you said it.
No, you said
No,
it.
you said you brought it up. It was my fault, technically.
What?
Okay, so we flew to LA. We were so excited to get there. And when I looked at the time, when I was here, it said 5:00 p.m. Then when I looked at the time, it said 2:00 p.m. So I changed my makeup appointment thinking that we had extra time to get there at 5:00 p.m. He all the way down in the city in the fashion district trying to find something down there. And he calls me and he says, dear, you were wrong. The time is at 2:00 p.m. Laterras, I could have died, Ashley.
This was at 1:00.
This was at 1:00. So I got concealer on this side of my face. I'm stressing the girl out because we can't get it done.
But
so
we made it.
We made it.
I thought you were going to say you missed it and you were just telling us.
No.
No, we were there. Y'all saw us.
But the ceremony.
We
missed
it. We got. But I was speaking in tongues. I was interceding.
But we watched it online. It looked great.
And we were praying.
We was
made
on
it at
time for the
end.
reception.
Now, see, they would have never knew. You didn't even have to bring that up.
I wanted to start on the right foot. I wanted to start on the right foot.
Mister, these are my confessions.
You put this on everything? No, but we loved it.
We did. It was
great.
amazing. It was perfectly sized. It wasn't overwhelming. But what's like one memorable moment from the wedding that you've literally been carrying with you? It was, y'all, it was beautiful. Every drop of it was beautiful.
We'll probably say this at the same time. What is it? The worship moment. The worship moment that we had during our ceremony. For everybody that's believing God for your purpose partner, worship your way until he brings that person into your life.
Wow.
Worship your way until it manifests in your life. And that's what we would do. Like even prior, while we were just friends with each other, we would talk on the phone on Friday nights and be worshiping. I'd be like, hey, you heard this worship song? And we sitting on the phone singing to the top of our lungs, worshiping. And so it was such a beautiful moment, a full circle experience where God allowed that worship moment to take place in front of the world. And so that moment spoke volumes to me because it showed truly the goodness of God.
Yeah.
Truly.
Love it.
Now, guys, I think we heard enough. Now, we need to hear one little bitty thing. Let's listen to how Ashley is going to put the nail into the coffin, guys.
But something just came to my spirit. The Bible says seed, time, harvest.
And I just want to say to those people that when you plant seeds of division and of gossip and of negativity, I want you to look at the word of God and put that blueprint back up to yourself, because it's only a matter of time before you reap that harvest.
Yes. So good.
I needed that word.
Yes, me too.
Ashe,
So
thank you.
My God, we are going to reap that harvest. Lord, please, my soul, you know this is only commentary that I do. I do what I do. This is my gift that you gave me. Lord, she's telling me I'm going to reap my harvest, guys. Please pray for me. Now, hearing that, I'm sad to say, this is going to be our last one, guys, because I don't want to reap this harvest. My God. So here's the conclusion. Ashley is a willing participant, guys. She is not a soft little hamster that just sits there and she is not. She has a mouth. She is not clueless. So I think it's safe to say that we can leave her in Laterras' his care. What do you guys think? However, Laterras, if I see you look sideways to any woman, whether it's in church or across this whole globe, trust me, I'm hitting record. And me and my people, we will be right back. Because you see, the honeymoon phase, that always tells a story. But time always tells the truth. If you made it, guys, to the end of the video, click a like. And if you haven't subscribed and join our fam over here, we be cutting up in the comments. If you have not joined us, it's time to join. Hit a subscribe. Go and hit it. Hit that subscribe. It's okay. Thank you. Hit a like for your girl and tell me what you thought of this video. I am sad to say this might be the last one. Now, if I find, you never know, if there's one more interview where, you know, the 150, 75,000 thing will come to the surface, I'll be back. But for now, guys, I think this is our last video. Now, I made a playlist from Laterras beginning to end. You can watch, if you want, binge watch all you want. But we will go to bigger and better things. Then let the people tell it. Laterras is paying my bills. Like, I am only doing good with his videos. Tell the people that's not true. Laterras, you have been giving me the best views, I have to say. But I'm very successful without you. Let the people tell it. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for spending time with your girl. You know I love it. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.